Libra. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's time for you to discern your relationships. Take a closer look at your relationships. There's something that's not quite serving you. There's something that's not quite, something that could also be hurting you in a sense. And I feel like you've been getting this pull to explore new relationships, whether that be in love, friendship, platonic, co-worker relationships. You've been getting this pull to kind of experience different things. And in the same sense, in your relationships, whether that's love, friends, family, whatever that is, you feel like you're not being fulfilled. And there's a wound there. There's a triggering point there. There's a wound that keeps hitting the same wound of you not being fulfilled in a certain type of way in your relationships. And you have been getting this feeling, this nudge to kind of like go out, to kind of like experience something. And I do feel like that there is a need. There could be a level of trauma there. There could be a level of some type of sadness there, deep hurt, or something like that. But there's a need for you to discern your relationships. Getting the message of run for the hills. This is not for you. I feel like you feel like something is not for you, but you are afraid of the change. You're afraid of the shift. And that goes for the message is stop being afraid of the shift. The shift sometimes is a little scary, a lot scary. And I feel like the only thing that's scary is the change. It's being in the unknown, the unfamiliar, not being familiar with certain things. So you may gravitate to certain types of people because certain types of people make you feel comfortable, whether that's in relationships or other relationships, in love relationships or other relationships in your life. There's a shift happening and you are connecting with different people. If you've been having the urge to kind of like venture out, network, collaborate, do different things, just be spontaneous, meet new people, that is and at the same time being unfulfilled in certain types of relationships. And this is a long feeling of unfulfillment. It's almost like you kind of like expect to be unfulfilled in a certain type of way in your relationships. And this is a big sign. Something is a red flag for you. When you feel this certain type of way in your relationships, and I do feel like this could be job relationships too, just relationships all across the board of what's going to resonate with you. When you get into this different type of shift, there's a need for you to kind of like, or when you have this feeling, there's a need for you to go into it, to trust yourself, to trust what it is you feel, trust what your emotions are telling you, especially if something sticks. When something sticks around, it sticks around for a reason. This is something that you need to look into. I do also feel like that goes in a sense where there's a person who's not honoring their true core feelings. I feel like there was some type of childhood trauma that made you feel like that you had to repress your feelings to make to please other people. So your part of people pleasing could be not showing up and doing a bunch of things, but just not expressing your feelings to please other people because you don't want to make other people upset. But there's a shift happening, and you don't have to be afraid of the shift. Okay, so that is the message for you. What is the affirmation for us today? What is the affirmation for Libra? I am perfect just the way I am. The perfect affirmation for this message. Let's say it together 4 times. I am perfect just the way I am. 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 It says, what do I love most about myself? And how do I show gratitude for the person I am? How do you show yourself gratitude for the person that you are, the person that you're becoming? I'm also getting this other message that you're changing. You're going through some type of shift. And you're changing, and it's okay. Change is natural. Change is a natural cycle of life. And it's okay to change. It's okay to, also for some of you guys, it's okay for you to change your mind. It's okay for you to really, really like something and then not like it. It's a free world, okay? You have the ability, you can change your mind at any given moment. Let's see, what else do we have? In the blessing bag, bloodline healing and breaking chains. Breaking chains. Bloodline healing and breaking chains. So this is something that you struggle with in your past life. This is something that your ancestors that could be close to you have struggled with. This could be something that, a person who could pass that could be close by to you that could have struggled with. This is a familiar struggle. I do also feel like you see this happening a lot. People being unfulfilled in a relationship and keeping relationships for loyalty or for something like that. Or familiarity, but realizing that, just moving along with the hurt. And then also repressing feelings. Suppressing your feelings. Not expressing yourself wholeheartedly, being afraid to kind of like express yourself. There should be a free space where you are able to express exactly how it is that you feel. I do feel like some of you guys could be put in a certain type of position where you could have felt strongly about something. And then being the Queen of Swords too, Libra, this kind of puts you in a place where you kind of like, you're not really into kind of changing how it is that you feel. So you could feel like you come off as harsh when you speak, or you could feel like you come off as rash when you speak. But when you speak, you just get right to the point. You're kind of blunt, very, very blunt with your feelings and your emotions. And past experience have let you know that you've hurt people with your blunt feelings and emotions, which a lot of that cycles into you kind of suppressing your feelings and emotions because you don't want to hurt other people. Suppressing how it is that you truly feel because you don't want to hurt other people. There's a shift happening that's going to lead to a whole different transformation, a whole new transformation for you. What I'm like lost for words. I'm like lost for words. Okay, you have the order, honor, and recognition of labor. For some of you guys, you are in relationships where people don't really kind of like give you your flowers. You could be in relationships where you feel like things aren't reciprocal. You could feel like you're in relationships, one-sided relationships. And it's not that another person probably isn't giving to the relationship. It's just they're not giving you what you need in return. And a lot of that is people usually show up as what they need in return. So just watch how people show up to you or how a person is showing up in a relationship. And you do have the choice to see how a person loves and choose if you want to participate in it. A word to Ayanla. Okay? You have, all you can do is see how a person loves what a person's rhythm is, and you have the choice on whether you want to participate in that or not. Well, I feel like one of the things that we have to constantly remember that is we have a choice. We have the ability to choose. Sometimes you may feel like your choice is limited, or you feel like that you are obligated to choose a certain type of role, or you're obligated to choose something. You're obligated to have something, even if it's not fulfilling you. Instead of it being like a series of kind of like a taste test. And I know that this is definitely going to be hard for a lot of us doing this. It's like a taste test. Try some new food. If you don't like it, you're not going to eat the whole dish. But think about those relationships that you try and you don't really like, and then you force yourself to eat it and feel fulfilled, and you're wondering why you're craving other things. You're wondering why you're still hungry, because you just ate. You didn't really satisfy anything. It's like some food that you don't even like, and you are forcing yourself to eat that food, and then wondering why am I have a craving, or feeling guilty for craving something else that you would really, really like. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. That's a better way. That's the best way that I could definitely explain what's going on in these relationships. The illusion is beginning to clear for you. So there is, you're going with this shift. You're getting out of out of the past. You could be stuck in some type of past feelings or past emotions, or thinking things are going to be like some type of past energy. And I do feel like this could be some type of past life. Something that you struggled with in the past life, and you're finally being able to see this clearly. I do also feel like this could be something that you've struggled with for a really, really long time. But the Seven of Cups in reverse is a good thing right here, because the glitz and the glam, the illusions are leaving, and you're kind of getting to the root of, I don't really like this, or I'm not really fulfilled here. And for some of you guys, it may be just an epiphany. Like, have you ever woke up and felt like, not really feeling this? And you kind of like, you're like, peace, see you later, okay? And you're gone, because it's like an epiphany, something happens. It's the smoke being cleared, but not really the smoke being cleared, because you knew this all along, that this was not fulfilling you. You just got in the same position that you usually do, for some type of reason, because we always do things. We're always going to do things that we're getting something out of, okay? So there was something that you could have been getting out of a certain type of relationship, and that is something that you need to come to terms with. What is the thing that you sacrificed your fulfillment for? There's something that you sacrifice your fulfillment for when you're in relations. Is it the fear of being alone? Is it loneliness? You just don't want to feel alone, so you sacrifice fulfillment just to have a person there. Is it some type of gains? Is it something? There's something there that you sacrifice your fulfillment for in order to just, be unsatisfied in a relationship. And that is some type of root cause. Okay, that is some type of root of the issue. It's that thing that you want more than anything that you're willing to sacrifice for. And once you get down to the bottom of that, you'll understand the triggers and what's leading you to certain types of relationships, and also what's leading you to kind of suppress yourself in certain types of relationships. All right. Oh, that's like a therapist. Okay. I'm going into the Sacred Rebels Oracle today. Alright, let's get into it. Let's see, what is the morning inspo? Alright. We have going beyond normal. Inspiration in career. we have Pandora's gifts and love. We have seeing the true you on the spiritual plane. We also have the sacred fool as the wisdom of this message. What's coming towards you is the world wants to be written, and the overall message is restore and renew. Releasing allegiances. At the bottom of the deck, I want to go into that really quickly. And just the first sentence, it says, it's time to hold on to yourself and let go of another. Even if it's just for a time, a little while. You have gained all that was meant to be from some type of connection, at least for now. And you have given all you can give and received. The need to let go does not deny the value of what has been acquired. It is more that the time has come for greater productivity, creativity, abundance, and consciousness in your life. You've completed a certain type of cycle. Okay, and I do feel like when you get to these ending cycles, and I can be a little bit transparent, I don't like letting go of relationships, and I think that's the abandonment, okay, issues. And I will hold on to a cycle until it's literally hurting me to hold on to it. And that's not a good thing. But I do feel like some of you guys could definitely relate to that, of holding on to certain things when it's like it hurts you to hold on any longer, and you just have to let it go. You can't really, but the cycle had ended ages before it even began to hurt. So when it gets down to this point where something is hurting you and you feel suppressed and you feel almost like suffocated in a sense, there's a shift that's happening here. This shift, however, is like transformative in your life. This shift that you're going through, it brings you to different levels of consciousness, abundance, different things. It's time for that now. And not only is it time for it, it's time for you to kind of see what the illusion is. What do you keep going towards? What is something that you keep on sacrificing your happiness for, your fulfillment for when it comes to your relationships? In your self-placement, you do have going beyond normal with the light bulb. So there is some type of new idea that's going on. You are feeling like being more bold and more authentic, even if it feels risky. So this is you being true with who you are, even if it is risky, even if you may have to go at a time where you do feel alone for a certain amount of time. This is just this feeling of being bold in who you are, standing up in who you are, wholeheartedly, standing up in who you are. This is you choosing to honor some type of arts or crafts or something that you truly, truly, truly love. You're going into things that are going to enhance your life rather than hinder your life. This is you living freely, spontaneously, and trusting that you can rebel against the things and you can rebel against going according to some type of plan. So for some of you guys, you have a plan, you have a deadline, and this could definitely be, coming up to people in relationships. You have a deadline, you have things that you want done by certain age or time or something like that, and that the deadline is something that you're holding on to, and you're letting go of your fulfillment. True happiness, true fulfillment. In career, you do have inspiration here. You're feeling really, really inspired. So this is where the idea has captured your attention. Something is definitely going to capture or grab your attention today, and this is grabbing your attention for a reason. It's for you to lean into it. So something could definitely be pulling you to collaborate with different people, or to put yourself out there, or to be more bold when it comes to career. Also, there's some type of idea that you have. Um, there's a need for you to understand that this idea is possible. Also, if you see bees today, lots of bees that are coming to you, or if you've seen bees or bees have been a thing, this bee is in direct correlation of not only your idea, but also of the harvest from your idea. The bees, where the bees are honey, is honey. The promised land is of milk and honey. Um, there's something that's promised. It's like something that's promised to you with some type of idea. Maybe there's something that you prayed for in career wise, or you prayed for something that it is that you want, and it comes with this beautiful idea. Okay. You also have Pandora's gift in love, and this is some type of spiritual connection that's coming towards you. Um, there's a need for you to kind of let go of judgment. It's your curious nature. There is a sense of power in you that can conquer evil, chaos, darkness, and all of that with some type of light of knowledge. Praying for discernment when it comes to these close relationships and love. Um, for some of you guys, there's a need for you not to kind of beat yourself up for learning, for kind of being in this type of cycle of learning. Um, this is you breaking free from the criticisms of the world. This is like a worldly criticism. Something is big. It's like a heavy feeling that's pulling you, that's making you feel like you have to stay somewhere, when all you want to do is burst out and be free. And you have the gift to be free in your relationships. I do feel like also the gift of authenticity is here too. There's a sacred rebellion that's happening within your soul. There's a soul revolution going on. There's a shift happening in a close relationship. Um, the true you will come to you if you don't know what that is or who that is. Seeing the true you. There's a need for you to see who you truly are. Just like you step away from your feelings in relationship, I do feel like you can step away from who exactly you are. Also, I do feel like that there could be a person that could be reflecting back to you who they think you are, but it's off of some type of distorted reality of who they think you are. It also has a lot to do with them too. Um, you've been putting too much faith in the reflections that other people have of you, what other people are going to say. So for some of you guys, this could definitely be a relationships, or relationships that you feel like the world wants you in, or you feel like would gain you more acceptance or something like that, instead of going to your soul people, letting your soul come out. And I do feel like there's a need for you to see the true you. There's a need for you to have a clear reflection of yourself. And who's better to do that than you? So let go of the naysayers and let go of whatever anybody has told you about you or whatever, and kind of look at yourself and you define who you are instead of letting other people define who you are. Um, the message from God is you are a sacred fool. You will always dream outside of the box. You will always, you don't really care for the right way to do things. Your heart is a wonderful, powerful, sacred fool. It cares not for the right way to do things. It cares not for what the mind says is real and not real. It lives according to inner wisdom that cannot be dictated or controlled by anything. It loves, it lives, and it is what it is. This is getting back to the affirmation, I'm perfect just the way I am. There's a need for you to love yourself wholeheartedly. And the sacred fool is willing to leave behind what has been because it no longer feels right to stay attached to it. The sacred fool trusts in life. There's need for you to trust in life completely. There's a need for you. The message is, don't try to be appropriate. Don't try to be socially accepted and worry about what others may think about what you're doing. Just be. If you want to wear a mad hat while doing it, fine. There's a need for you to get out of your mind, get out of your head. There could have been a bloodline or something of souls that, or you could have been taught to not really give in to who you truly are. There's a part of you that has not been pushed out, and that part needs to come out. And also, whatever you feel like you're attached to it, you can leave. You're not obligated to stay there. You're free. That's the message from God. You are free. You are definitely free. And what's coming to you, the world wants to be written. I talked about these books too. A lot of these books. For some of you guys, there's some type of story or something that you're going to write that's very, very authentic to you. Also, this is you creating. Your creations want to be seen by the universe. You're going to realize once you start being authentically yourself, you won't have to struggle as much. The struggle comes from you putting yourself in a container and listening and trying to, and living up to other people's expectations, the approval of other people instead of the approval of yourself. What makes you happy? What makes you feel like, yeah, okay, that was a good choice for me? Or what makes you smile? What are the things that you like to do? What are the things that you like to talk about? There's a need of you kind of like conforming or something like that, trying to conform to appease other people, and especially in your creations. So there's a need for you to be wild and free. Whatever creations that you have, it wants to be created. The world wants to see it. The universe wants it. Okay? And there's the overall energy is there is some type of like spiritual exhaustion. For some of you guys, this exhaustion is deeper than you going to sleep and resting. This is like soul restoration, okay? Replenishment, revival. There's a need for you to break your routine and completely do things differently. And that will bring you the energy that it is you need. It's almost given like your soul is tired. You need some variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, mind, and heart. You need to restore and revive yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. You can stimulate this process by going to a different place, meeting different people, and taking different action to what you would usually do. You can return to your regular routine in time, but now it's time to move. It's time to go beyond what's known, what's comfortable and familiar. key those relationships. The key energy is those relationships. All right, let's see. Let's see, where do I want to go next? All right. I'm going into the Queen of the Moon because I can feel the new moon. Oh, that's a great time. This is a great time to start something new. It's perfect time. Perfect time to start something new. Perfect time to do something. This is the perfect time for you to start something new. All right. Tell me more about going beyond normal. The perfect time for you. Okay, the void. The dark moon is here. You could have already been kind of like secluding or been in hermit mode, been in this void-like energy. This is the void before this new thing happens, before something happens. So it is like you're feeling this energy shift within. And you want to go beyond normal. You definitely have this idea. You want to get back to yourself, be bolder. You're about to switch up your routine here. Yeah, you have the change coming in. This is right before the change that's happening. So you're feeling those effects. And a lot of this is going to change with your actions. There's some things that you're going to do differently. For some of you guys, your face, your skin, all of those things could be changing. Also, there's a need for you to beautify your space or beautify something. Could be yourself, could be your space, could be your relationships. There's just like getting back to this essence of beauty. Okay, tell me more about inspiration. Okay, the path. There's some type of idea that's coming towards you that's pushing you towards this path. And this could have something to do with the masculine. Also, the bees are very, very significant here. And you're realizing that there could be a masculine or something that's pushing you towards this path. Or the masculine could definitely be power and authority. So there's a new idea that's giving you some type of newfound power and authority. Also, there is some type of energy of you getting through something that was really, really hard, that was supposed to not take you out, that was just supposed to be like, it's kind of shocking that you got through it, There's something that's like, now you're on this new path. There's a shift that's going on in career too. There's a lot of things that's happening here. There's also a need for you to self-reflect, and there's some things that you need to release when it comes to career. And I feel like this has something to do with habits, action, some type of move, some type of waves, movements, or action. This could also be some type of relationships, business relationships, jobs, or something like that. Tell me more about Pandora's gifts. Okay. You have resilience, extremes. You got the hot moon here with this extremes. Moving into this extreme power. I do feel like that there is something that is weighing on you heavy when it comes to these relationships that you do have. Wow. And this is at the top of the deck, discernment. And 1021 is 1021 is going to be some type of date, okay? Something is definitely going to happen. All right, so there's some type of discernment for you to see. This could definitely have something to do with the masculine. Also, there's a relationship that is stopping you from your abundance, because you even getting in that relationship, it's an affirmation. This relationship that you are suppressing your fulfillment for is an affirmation. It's you telling the universe, I want this more than my fulfillment. So the universe is like, okay. And until you break bonds with that relationship, there's a new transformation. There's a new cycle that's coming into your life. Something is really, really hard on you, and you're just going through the hard things, carrying the boulder like it's nothing, when it's actually something. I feel like in this area, this is a pattern that has been happening here. But you're going to step into your true inner power here. There also could be some type of period of some type of like darkness. There is some type of harvest that is coming to fruition too. It's a lot that's going on in relationships. I do feel like that there's something that's pulling you to a certain type of relationship or pulling you away from a certain type of relationship. Tell me more about seeing the true you. You got the fruition here, the harvest, nourishment, the unexpected, creation, power, peace. Once you let go of what another person has told you about yourself and you step into how you identify with yourself, you start identifying yourself, you start giving yourself the truest, purest reflection of yourself, you move right into the harvest. This is what this is all about for some of you guys. This is the big test. This is what everything has been leading up in your life. It's for you to be bold enough for you to define yourself and not really feel like you have to lean on the opinions of other people. When it comes to you identifying who you are, your identity, it's like you've let somebody else tell you exactly who you are. There's a need for you to take your power back. You have a say over that. And then there's somebody who's not even the receiver or the person who's reflecting you back. It's not accurate. Someone who's been reflecting you back to you, it hasn't been accurate. It's not accurate. Deep down in your soul, you know that it's not accurate. But I do feel like that there is a person that, or there's something that you want from a certain type of relationship that you sacrifice your fulfillment. There's a need to stop sacrificing your fulfillment. Stop sacrificing your happiness. Tell me more about the Sacred Fool. This is a deep reading today. All right. Accept yourself. Self-love. Period. Accept yourself. That's the message from God. Accept yourself. Self-reflection. There's a need for you to love yourself. This is part of your purpose here. This is part of your journey here. This is part of you kind of starting a whole new cycle. There's some type of fear that's there that you have with accepting yourself, with becoming brand new, with creating certain types of boundaries, with feeling like you're not protected or you're not going to be protected. And even with your own wisdom, there's some type of fear there. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Tell me more about the world wants to be written. Okay, you have the unexpected. Trust in the unexpected here. Release your creations out into the world and the unexpected will happen. There's a new beginning that will happen. Abundance will be there for you. Tell me more about restore and replenish. Wow. Abundance. Abundance is coming towards you. There's some type of deep rest. You do have faith here, and this is you birthing something new. This is this new abundance that's coming to you with this new level of transformation. And all of this has to do with you kind of like discerning your relationships a little better. You choosing your relationships. You choosing fulfillment in your relationships. Some of you guys, you sacrifice your fulfillment. Everybody's fulfilled in a relationship but you. And that's not right. Where's my angel messages? Let me use these then. All right, let's see. The message is you don't have to be afraid of the shift. The shift is coming. You've already moved out the clouds. You got your head out of the clouds. You've already been thinking about it. You're changing at a cellular level. Visualize abundance in all forms. Your abundance is coming towards you. That could also be some type of restoration too that comes to you. All right. You have visualized abundance in all forms. It says God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. All right, Libra, that is your morning inspo. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.